Hi, I'm Cal,
I'm Sydney.
and today we're going to be taking you guys through our procedure of how we made a track together in our Music 360 course. So I had originally made a drum and bass track in August inside of Logic Pro X. And one of my first meetings with Professor Harrison, I randomly picked this file and played it, and he recommended that I collab with somebody because at the time it had no vocals on it. It was basically just drum and bass and some chords. So that's when we got introduced via email. And then that's also when I downloaded the course materials, which was Ableton Live, a brand new DAW for me. I had never worked inside of it before. So that was another learning curve throughout this whole process that I can touch upon later. But other than that, I was super excited about the collaboration as I've never been able to work with a female vocalist before. So it was really cool to meet Sydney and just create together.
Yeah, so when Cal reached out to me, it was over email, and I heard about it through Dr. Harrison. But everything that we worked on was via email up until this point, just because of the pandemic, and it definitely had a big influence on the productivity. We had some issues through email, just receiving files and being able to open them. I had a different version of Ableton than he had, so files that I sent over weren't accessible to him at all, so I had to delete them in order for it to go through, for him to open the files.
Some things were just not even able to be been used, samples just not being almost licensed by the Ableton version that I had. And then some audio files, were just hard to find. My actual Mac computer couldn't find the files that she was sending over, even though I had them in my download folder. Just weird things like that we noticed working with Ableton.
So after receiving the audio files for the rest of the track, I started working on lyrics. And I asked Cal if he had any input on what he wanted the lyrics to be about, or if he had written any pre-existing lyrics. And he sent me a paragraph that fit really well in the pre-chorus.
It was a deep dive. Like I said, this was an old track of mine, so I had written tracks almost near the end of summer, so I had to scroll down my notes and find them, which was just another cool thing to see where the track started and to see where it ended now, which you guys will be able to hear in a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And while I was reading those lyrics that Cal sent over and I was listening to the track, a melody instantly popped in my head. So I sort of kept that same melody going on while singing about lost love. I take composition lessons with Dr. Rush as well, and something that I've been working on personally is writing character stories, telling stories that aren't about me, looking outside of myself and trying to create a whole new world. So I thought that was really helpful for me to use in this project.
So when things were getting wrapped up and it was time to mix things together and master a little bit, which, side note, Ableton has way better plugins all around stock than Logic Pro X, which is one thing I just wanted to comment on, just using two DAWs throughout this whole project. But while we were exporting the audio file, there was this click that seemed to be stuck on one of the vocal audio tracks. And me and Professor Harrison actually took a whole hour class trying to fix this problem. It was just like almost like an engineering session that I had never done before. So again, just a really cool learning experience for me. And I was shown a new technique that I had never seen before, done in live by Professor Harrison. It was really cool. Just essentially recorded the same audio file twice, so that we were able to mute the first one, and the new one didn't have the click anymore, and it was fixed once we exported it. So shout out to Professor Harrison. Thank you.
We are planning future collaborations together, so this project went really well, I'd say. And it was just a really interesting process altogether, considering like having a pandemic going on and still being able to make music together was really really nice, really refreshing, because I feel like I didn't really have a lot of that going on during the pandemic.
Yeah, in the early days for sure. And as things are starting to open up, it's definitely good to get that creative collaboration juices going.
If we were able to collaborate in person, I think it would have taken way less time. My vocal process didn't take long. It was mostly just sending over files and receiving them correctly that took the most time. His mixing process maybe took a day, and it sounds fantastic. So I feel like not having the restriction of being forced to communicate over email, it would have definitely happened a lot faster.
100%. The track was already done, the vocals were done in a day, and yeah, the longest thing was figuring out the new DAW and how to find lost files and how to send them back and forth with the most efficiency. Honestly, was what took the longest part in the whole pandemic collaboration world.
Definitely. All right, so stay tuned for our song.
3:43. It's 3:43, and you're on my mind. Can't look at the clock, 'cause it's all the time. If this was a dream, you'd be there. But when I'm awake, you're not here. They say the ones you love the most will be the ones who drag you down. I'll throw a penny for your thoughts. I bet you saw this coming round. Begging for mercy in your love, but you've been gone away too long. Hope there's some light on the other side, 'cause darling, I can't see it all. Please don't let me go. 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 Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. They say don't fall. If this was a dream, you'd be there. But when I'm awake, you're not here. They say the ones you love the most will be the ones who drag you down. I'll throw a penny for your thoughts. I bet you saw this coming round. Begging for mercy in your love, but you've been gone away too long. Hope there's some light on the other side, 'cause darling, I can't see it all. 3:33. Please don't let me go. 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 Please, 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 please don't let me go. Please, 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 please don't let me go. Please, 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 please go. Please, 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 please go. 3:43. Please don't let me go. Go.
And just thank you for watching.